did.
I can't even lie to you, man. The more and more I see this game, the more excited I am becoming for this. Like this is essentially a space GTA, and I'm here for it. You know, like
Oh, I'm sold.
I like everything that they've shown so far from the open world aspects of this game. Like if obviously if you're a Star Wars fan, this game's gonna speak to you. Looks like they've taken like incredible care in crafting and telling like this original stories. You're essentially like a thief, and the timeline is I believe through between episodes 3 and 4. So it's right, you know, right when the order, the Sith order is at the height of their power at this time in the Skywalker saga, and like this game actually looks incredible. Like the ability to work with all these different syndicates in the game, like all these underworld bosses, and do tasks for them, missions for them, and that affects your reputation with them, and they can either become friendly or very hostile to you. Is like it's just like everything in this game is so fucking incredible. And I know one thing I did want to tell you about with this too is like there's an actual wanted system in the game. So the more
Ooh,
bad stuff you do,
Galaxy
yeah,
Bounty.
you'll have troopers and stuff after you. Like like I said, they showed like a 10-minute gameplay trailer during the Ubisoft for it, and man, like this, I don't say this often. This is a day one buy for me, 110%. Like I cannot wait for this game to come out. I know there
Are
was,
you a Star Wars guy? So
yeah,
it doesn't surprise me.
I don't want to say like huge Star Wars fan. I enjoy the series for what it is. I
Hmm.
know there was some scrutiny with the Jabba the Hutt mission only being available, I think in the pre-order, one of the pre-order editions, which I think is kind of scummy. Like Ubisoft, you guys, you always remind me.
So who cleans
Yeah.
up when Jabba the Hutt take a poop? That's all I want to know.
Oh man, he probably got a bucket under his tail. Anyway, but yeah, I mean between that and like the space combat in this game actually looks really good. I know a lot of people were making fun of like Starfield space combat versus this, but this definitely looks a little bit more freeform and fun. Not like clunky and super heavy, kind of like how Starfield was. But yeah, man, I'm all like I don't like I said, I don't know if you've seen much of this game, but like I am so fucking all in on this. Like I cannot
You
wait for the game to
know
come out.
what's crazy? I looked at it as I was compiling my list. I looked at it
Yeah,
and I looked at it and I looked at it, and I don't know why I wanted to put it on my list,
yeah,
but I didn't. And it wasn't a specific reason why I didn't. I just don't know why.
yeah.
But because first of all, like I don't know too much about Star Wars. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't know. My brother is like a big Star Wars
Easy. I
fanatic,
had no
and
idea he was. He would probably enjoy
um
this then. He'd probably enjoy this.
he might be one of them purists. I think he like the OG Star Wars. I don't
Oh,
know,
sure,
but
okay.
I know him. I could recall plenty of times him and my nephew kind of talking about it. I was just sitting there like, y'all some nerds, man. But
Hi, Tina.
yeah, I looked at it. I did like the things that I saw, but I didn't know in this specific detail that like
Yeah.
you're a space pirate. Hey, look, let me tell you, if there's any game where I can cause havoc
Yes, you
and be
would.
a space ass, I'm there. I'm definitely there. If I could just cause mischief and mayhem,
Yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
I'm probably gonna be there. GT, don't say GTA in space. See, you got me giddy.
That's
All right,
essentially
it
what it
got
is, man. Like I'll send you the 10-minute gameplay overview. Like I think you would enjoy it. Like it's you don't have like you're not a Jedi or a Sith or anything like
yeah.
that. Like
You're just like a regular
you're
person just
yeah,
spacing.
and you're working in like the under. And I think this is probably like at least in my opinion, these are the more interesting stories that get told in Star Wars, not like the eternal conflict between Jedi and Sith. Like, I wish that there was one Star Wars game that got canceled years ago that I wish didn't. It was called Star Wars 1313, which was supposed to be something kind of like this same vein where you're a bounty hunter. You're basically a Mandalorian and you were hunting
Mm.
like a very dangerous criminal. And it was focused more on, like I said, the seedy underbelly of like all the stuff that
Because
goes on in
apparently
Star
there's a
Wars.
lot of seedy underbelly in Star
Oh man,
Wars.
there's a huge yeah. I mean the huts are like just like you mentioned Jabba. Like
Wait a minute, the Huts?
yeah, they're called the huts. There's like a he's not the only boss in the huts. Let me say that there's like different clans inside of this big group of criminals. Like it's
So
enterprise
you
essentially.
saying that
So
them exploring this aspect of it is pretty much kind of cool because you don't get to see this too much.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you don't get to see the underbelly too much in Star Wars. So yeah, I mean, I could totally agree with that because I know Star Wars, even though I don't watch too much of it, I know the lore and I know that the world of Star Wars is very huge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're giving the fans a different side, and I think that's going to be a cool thing to kind of focus on the seedy underbelly of Star Wars, give them a look into this life, and then have you just being a little misfit in there, man. So hopefully this lands.
I think it will.
Hopefully it come.
I hope it will anyway.
I
But
saw clips of it. It looked good. It looked great. But hopefully everything else matches up with that. Like the combat, everything's cool. So
yeah, that's something I do want to touch on too. Like the combat actually looks really good. I like the fact that it shows how dangerous other factions it can be in the game. Like you're not just a Jedi and can just essentially cut through every enemy that you run into, but she like because she has like this blaster that can have like different firing modes on it that deals with different types of enemies.
mhm.
She has like a speeder bike that you can upgrade throughout the game from what they were saying and stuff, which is super cool. Like, and the fact that it's open world is like super exciting too. So, there's multiple planets, I believe, multiple planets and systems that you can traverse through as well. So, of course, they're gonna hit those iconic places in Star Wars, Tatooine, and I believe Coruscant was on the list. I'm not too sure, but yeah, a lot of the expected places. I'm sure people are going to be looking into. So yeah, man, this is definitely a big
Nice.
pickup for me. This comes out, I believe, in November, like 12th or something. It comes out around the time that Assassin's Creed
Yeah,
does.
we have to get some
Yeah,
streaming of that, man. I would love to see you stream that
I
game.
think so. Yeah, I definitely think this will be a stream title for your boy. But yeah, I'm super excited for this, man. So yeah, Star
All
Wars.
right.